Well, Shevaun, the Director General of the British Chambers of Commerce, she's holidayed in Cornwall, so she knew a little bit about it, but she hadn't got a grip on the amount of innovation and enterprise and excitement that's going on here at the moment. So times are tough, let's not kid ourselves. There's a lot of businesses worried about the political sort of situation. Doesn't seem very clear. There's a few people holding up their investment decisions and so on. But what we've seen over the last 2 days is the absolute amount of energy, enthusiasm, love for Cornwall, and people just getting on and doing stuff. And I think that's absolutely what I wanted to impress her with, and I hope she's taking away that sort of message that, gosh, they really get things done in Cornwall. And of course, you know, here we are for lunch today in the Watergate Bay, courtesy of Will Ashworth. But other places we've been, we've seen absolutely wonderful places, energetic business people, all adding to the feeling that there's a really enterprising place to live and work at the moment.
I've had a fantastic couple of days. My visit to Cornwall has been to meet the businesses of the area, hear from them on their challenges and opportunities, and tell them about what we're doing on their behalf at the British Chambers of Commerce. So here at the British Chambers of Commerce, we are the collective voice for the 53 chambers of the UK, including Cornwall, of course. And so what we are doing is taking the voice of business from Cornwall back to Westminster, back to the media, and talking on businesses' behalf to ensure that we're making the UK the best place to start and grow a business.
Well, there's some very clear policy asks of government, whether the current government or any future government. We want to see a clarity around immigration. So the specified jobs scheme, for example, we need to know what they are. And in Cornwall, Shevaun will have gone back with a clear message that, you know, here it's about manufacturing, it's about hospitality, it's about agriculture, that we need specified immigrants to be able to come in and help the labour force out. There's a real problem around housing, so we want something around planning, much more clear instructions to local authorities around what they can and can't do on planning for housing, and indeed in Cornwall's context, commercial space as well. There seems a real problem of understaffing, and therefore it's got to be a central government solution to streamline the process and allow that to happen. We do not want interest rates just to be pushed up to solve inflation, when actually that's going to hold up business investment and so on and so forth. So I think those are three clear policy asks. What she'll always also go back to London with is the feeling that Cornwall is making things happen, that we're at the sharp end, as I always like to position us at the end of the peninsula anyway, but at the sharp end of a lot of innovation, enterprise and energy going on here. So some policy asks, but also some real energy, I think, from her visit here.
Packed couple of days in terms of visits. We started yesterday with a visit to St Austell Printing Works and the business part there. Fantastic to see the build that Peter's done and the real innovation in printing that he's been able to put in place there. We followed that with a visit to St Hugh's Eggs to see their new packing line. Again, real growth story, real success story for them in high-end food production. After that, we went to the Eden project. You may well have heard of it. And we heard from them about the geothermal work they're doing, which is very soon going to make them self-sufficient in heat, which is quite astonishing. And talked a bit more about the project that they're putting in place, the second Eden project in Morecambe Bay. Fantastic to meet the 36 business partners at the Cornwall Hotel. We had dinner there, fantastic food, another great partner of the Chamber. And I was able to say a few words about what we're doing at the British Chambers of Commerce, and then get some feedback from the room on their views.
The X5, which Ocean had very kindly lent us for the 2 days to take Shevaun around, has been a constant pleasure to us. I mean, it's been roomy for the four of us to sit in, it's been quiet, it's been peaceful to allow us to have meetings in the car almost. And Ocean have been extremely kind, as they always are very supportive of the Chamber of Commerce here. But this has been a fantastic example of how we can showcase local businesses, in this case Ocean BMW, to Shevaun, Haviland and other people visiting Cornwall. So it's been an absolute pleasure.
Great early start this morning. Off we went to the Pig at Haviland Bay for breakfast, incredibly well attended, 80 members of the Chamber there. And we heard from, not just me this time, we heard from one of the great digital agencies that you've got as a member. We heard from Cornish lithium. And then I was also able to say a few words about what we're doing at the Chambers, and took questions and answers. So we had some good questions from the room. Wow, space is good, as we have now learned. Incredible to see what they've done at the spaceport and meet some of the businesses that they're building there in terms of a cluster around that sector. Ross, full of energy for what they're going to do next at the spaceport, so fantastic to hear about that. We went straight from there to here, to Watergate Bay, which, as you can see, is beautiful, and had lunch. We were lucky to have lunch with the owner, Will, and with the team from St. Oval Candles. So again, we had good conversations about staffing, but about growth, about where they're going with both their businesses. So great to hear from them too. So the amazing thing about the Chambers of Commerce brand and our members is it is clearly recognised by central government that we are the voice of business. So I regularly see the PM's business advisor, Chancellor of Exchequer, Secretary of State for Business, Secretary of State for Education, for Transport. They really want to hear from British business. So I'm in there regularly with them. We just had our global conference 2 weeks ago where we had the Chancellor speaking, the Governor of the Bank of England, and the Leader of the Opposition, of course, Keir Starmer. And we closed that by hearing from our new President, Baroness Martha Lane Fox, a digital entrepreneur herself. So fantastic, people we get to take the views of Cornish businesses back to Westminster. What we heard from Cornish businesses, of course, we heard about some of the challenges they have on staff and planning and those sort of key issues that are facing businesses all over the UK. But what is fantastic here is the constant story of growth, of innovation. Look at this new thing I'm building over here. Here's my new project over here. Incredible, can-do, solution-orientated, innovative businesses all over Cornwall. So fantastic to see. So as a Chamber of Commerce, we believe that we are stronger together, and that powerful voice, the power of the collective, can really make a difference. So we invite all businesses to join the Cornish Chamber, and then you are automatically part of the British Chambers of Commerce, and that gives us a voice at local, regional and national level. Couldn't be more important for business to have a voice. Year away from a general election, it's a pivotal moment. We've got some key economic challenges to fix, but we've also got some huge opportunities to grasp. So what I would say is join your local chamber.